Hi and welcome along to AFTV. We are down here at the sunny Emirates. We've both got sunglasses on.
Very sunny Emirates.
We're back in Florida, man.
Yeah, I know.
We're back.
I haven't pulled these out for like 8 months, and here we are in London. But yeah,
it's a nice day today, and looking forward to the Emirates Cup. Already see a real buzz around the place. You know what I mean? I was in the shop earlier. Lots of fans in there getting the brand new kits. The pink kit has dropped. They're getting that one, the black kit, and they're all looking forward to the Emirates Cup. Every fan that I spoke to are like, can't wait to see Gabriel Jesus, can't wait to see Zinchenko, Saliba. You know what I mean? This is what it's all about at the start of the season. You know what I mean? When you're buzzing because some new signings have been made. And of course, Arsenal, they've been on tour. They've been in Baltimore, Florida. They've been to Germany and Nuremberg, but they haven't yet played here in the UK, apart from a game behind closed doors in the week, which of course no one was able to watch because behind closed doors, and it was a second team anyway. But those star players and the first team players have not been able to play here at the Emirates or here in the UK. This is going to be the first game where a lot of the fans here in England and around the UK get to see them in the flesh, and I'm buzzing for it.
Yeah, I'm excited, especially if the weather's this good. It's always, it starts really getting you excited for the new season. I think there's something about playing at the Emirates, seeing those signings for the first time. I remember the Emirates Cup was when we first saw Alexis Sanchez come on. And, you know, it was, listen, doesn't count towards points or the main season, whatever, but it's nice to see these guys playing at home for the first time. I expect to see Jesus, Zinchenko, maybe Vieira, because he's been posting that I think I saw some pictures that he's back in full training again. So
Tierney.
Maybe Tierney, maybe Tierney gets some minutes. I think he'll want to be getting minutes in a friendly while he can. You don't really want to be picking up your first minutes of the season in the main part of the season in Premier League games when there's so much on the line. But I'm really excited for it. And I think Arsenal have had a good pre-season. They have. You know, I know the result in the week, but I mean, with all due respect, when I saw the 11 go out, I thought...
Second 11, wasn't it?
It was second 11.
Apart from Eddie and Nketiah.
Yeah.
There's no other player in there that you say would start. Maybe Cedric. Yeah, but it was like a second 11.
I will say Brentford didn't have their first 11.
They had a second 11. So yeah, that's true.
I think that was an opportunity for Arteta to get what is likely to be more the Europa League group stage side, to get them minutes. So that's a concern for
I don't even think that a lot of those players there. There's a lot of players there. There are players there that will play in the Europa League, like El Neni, Cedric, Rob Holding, but there's a lot of players, you know, Turner, but I think there's a lot of players that I saw there that won't figure at all. I mean, Nuno Tavares was there and he's already gone out, he's going out on loan to Marseille. And I think, you know, even on the sidelines, you saw the picture of Hector Bellerin and Pablo Mari and those guys watching the game. I think they're all going to go before the window closes as well.
Yeah, very true.
But also, what it was an indicator of is what the team might be like on Saturday, because if you notice in that game, there was no Gabriel Jesus, there was no Zinchenko, there was no Saliba, there was no White, Gabriel, you know, Partey. None of those guys played. I think because probably they're looking to play a very strong team against Sevilla. And, you know, I don't know what sort of team Sevilla will put out, but Sevilla are a top team. They're a top European side, and this will be a real good test ahead of that game against Crystal Palace. Yeah,
I mean, look, I don't claim to watch Sevilla every week, but they've got some players, you know, Suso, former Liverpool, AC Milan, and Nesri leads the line. They've got, I think, Rakitic is still playing. They've got some good, they've got some good players. They'll cause us problems. They'll keep us sharp. We'll have to be focused. It's a nice test a week before, and actually less than a week before, because you know, this time next week we're gearing up for Palace. We'll be here in the studios, going to Selhurst, all that, getting ready for it. So it's a nice opportunity for Arsenal to get a really good 90 minutes. And contrary to previous Emirates Cup tournaments where we've had the Saturday and Sunday game, there's maybe more of a pressure to, you know, maybe play more of a rotated side, keep them fresh, don't go all out, because then you've got the day after. There's normally 4 teams participating. This is a case of just one team, one game. It's an opportunity to give those players a real 90 minutes, a real intense 90 minutes in some good hot weather before everything kicks off. So I think they'll take this fairly seriously. I think it's comparable to the Chelsea game. I think they'll treat this 80% like a normal game. They'll go all in. I think
it'd be very similar to the Chelsea game in that you see a very strong team, I feel, in the first half, and then I think you will see a lot of changes in the second half, because as the point you make is a good one, that, you know, literally come Friday night next week, that's when we kick off the season.
Yeah,
so
no more second chances,
you don't want to
really.
overcook any of these players ahead of that game. Now, luckily enough, we were over there in Florida and saw 2 games, and in both games, the team that we consider to be kind of the first team starters, they look very sharp. This pre-season in comparison to last pre-season, it's 2 different things, and they look very sharp, and I'm sure that the fans that are going to turn up here tomorrow are going to be buzzing to see Gabriel Jesus.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right about that first core of 11 to 13 players looking really, really sharp, especially when they played together. I mean, let's say when Lokonga came on in the Chelsea game, for example, he looked good. Cedric as well. I think when the first core of players, you're talking that spine of Saliba and Gabriel at the back and everything through it, they definitely look far sharper. They look far more coached, far more organised. I think the team below that are still understanding each other. You've got players who've come back from loan. You've got new signings like Marquinhos. So there's a completely different rhythm between them. And I think they are looking sharp. I think they're looking like they've maybe got a point to prove, like they want to start fast. I think you're right to mention last year's pre-season, where it was shocking. And also it was met by fans saying it's only pre-season, don't panic. Only look how the season started. Now, cool, we played Chelsea City in the first 3 games. We didn't look anywhere near up to scratch. Even if you lose those games, we didn't look competitive. Now, this year, you're hearing more, it's only pre-season, calm down. But momentum, confidence is important.
Confidence is important. And then
absolutely.
When you've seen a player like Jesus and how good he's looked so far in pre-season, he'll want to keep the momentum going. Also, let's remember, first game at the Emirates in an Arsenal shirt for Gabriel Jesus. First game in an Arsenal shirt for Zinchenko. First game in an Arsenal shirt for Marquinhos, who apparently, well, I don't know if he will start. He did play during the week. Apparently, he was one of the bright lights in that behind closed doors games. Fabio Vieira, like you said, we don't know. He's been injured. He's back in training. Will he play in the game? We don't know. Will Smith Rowe play? And there's another player. It's going to be his first time playing in an Arsenal shirt at the Emirates. I bet you can't tell me who I'm thinking of.
William Saliba.
William Saliba. First time, even though he's been our player for 3 years, it's going to be his first time in an Arsenal shirt playing at the Emirates in front of fans.
He'll get a lot of love.
He's going to get a lot of love, and I think there's a lot of fans that are going to be really excited to see him. And from what we've seen so far, there's reasons to be excited, isn't there?
Well, also, this is going to give us a really good indication as to what Arteta's thinking for Palace. Does he bring Cedric in and start him at right back and maybe revert to White and Gabriel? Does he stick with Saliba? I think he'd be mad not to stick with Saliba because, opposition, pre-season, all that. But when you look at his performance just compared to Gabriel and White, who, by the way, have been good in pre-season, I actually think he's still been the standout. And listen, that might be some recency bias. We're all excited by the new player and all that. But I do think he's looked really, really good. And if he sticks with White, Gabriel, Saliba and Zinchenko, I think that tells you that is absolutely what he's looking at come Palace. And it's a chance for him to feel the love. And listen, I think he felt the love in Orlando for sure. I think the Arsenal fans were absolutely amazing. They travelled from all over to be there. But he's going to really feel the love here at the Emirates as well.
And this is your home. You know what I mean? This is going to be your home for the next few years at least, right? And you're going to be out there, and they're going to be able to soak it up. Like somebody, I think, like a Jesus as well. And you saw Zinchenko the other day when he was over there in America, and he was walking off, and the cameras caught him saying, "Wow, this is an amazing club." And this is a guy that's coming from a team that's been winning titles. But I think, listen, the support that Arsenal has is on another level to Man City. Despite all the things that City have won. And I think him walking out here in front of this stadium, Zinchenko, for instance, is going to be like, wow, this is a big club, you know? The trick is, can they make us big again when it comes to winning those trophies?
Well, listen, they do sounding confident. The players sound excited. Pre-seasons look good. Look, people will be wondering how we're jumping from not even getting fourth to suddenly talking about getting us to the big time. But those are the aspirations Arsenal should have. And the thing I say about the Saliba and Jesus signings in particular is, sorry to reduce football to such simplicity, but Arsenal want to score more goals than last season. We've added Jesus. They want to concede less than last season. We've added Saliba. You're adding quality in key positions at both ends of the pitch. So hopefully we see that, because these first 5 games, while we talk about Selhurst Park and Palace being a difficult start, it's a 5 games that will, I mean, all due respect, and I might regret saying this, it's the first 5 games I think you take, actually. It's not...
Yeah, it's five
listen, Arsenal should be doing
winnable games.
there.
I think, listen, Crystal Palace away, first game of the season.
Hard, yeah.
We know what that place is like, their fans, London derby, that's a difficult
And Leicester
start.
are never easy after that.
That's a difficult start.
Yeah.
Leicester at home will be difficult, but I think Leicester, what I've seen of them so far in pre-season reminds me of us over the years. They haven't made no signings. You know, they're the only team actually not to make any signings yet. Looking a little shaky. Then we got Bournemouth after that, away.
Yeah,
you know, newly promoted side won't be easy, but winnable. Then, sorry, it's the other 2 after that.
There's Fulham and Villa at home.
Fulham and Villa at home. We could get off to an amazing start. I think next week is a key game. If we can get a win in that game, that really would, you know, move the dial in where people say, well, hold on, could this be a different Arsenal this season?
I agree.
Because remember, we went to Palace last year and we got absolutely pumped. And I also wanted to remind you that Crystal Palace are a very good side with some very good players.
Yeah.
And that's not an easy game.
No.
And it's an electric atmosphere, even in mid-season, let alone the first game.
Yeah,
so it's going to be...
It all starts here.
Huh?
It all starts here.
It all starts here?
You know, because we talk, as I mentioned, momentum, confidence, all that. You don't want to do what you did against Chelsea and then go 2 weeks to your next win. Yeah. You know, you want to keep it going. So.
Yeah, and then, you know, even though it was a much changed team behind during the week we lost. But let me get a prediction from you then.
2-0 Arsenal.
2-0. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna. I don't know what sort of team Sevilla are gonna put out. Sevilla are a good side, good defenders. Even though Koundé's gone now, he's gone to Barcelona. Chelsea fans.
Did they lose another player to Villa? Was it Carlos?
Yes, they did. They lost the defender, wasn't it?
Yeah.
To Villa. Yeah.
Apologies, I've forgotten the name. Yes.
Right. So listen, Sevilla are one of these sides that their recruitment is unbelievable, right? They've been doing it for years and years, where one goes out and another great player comes in. So they'll have a good side, but I fancy Arsenal tomorrow. I'm going 3-1 to Arsenal. I think we'll get goals. We've been getting goals so far in pre-season.
Yeah,
and I think, the players are going to be buzzing to play here in front of our own fans. And if it's a beautiful day like this, I mean, wow, it's all set up for goals. So looking forward to the game tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe here to AFTV for all your Arsenal content. We've got more content than ever this season. We've got so many new things coming to the channel, so you want to subscribe and be involved. And we're going to be all over the game against Sevilla. We're going to be interviewing fans after the game. We're going to be interviewing fans in the studio. We've got a watch along going on as well. We're going to be also having full time. So make sure you check it out here on AFTV. But can't wait for the Emirates Cup. Arsenal, come on. This is where the season kind of starts. Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.